Good evening, guys, and welcome again to Wednesday night Limitless DxT coverage of SRM Racing Round 6 Austrian Grand Prix. I'm not here with Lee tonight. I'm here with Curly. I think for the first time, you've done this on a Wednesday, isn't it, mate?
Yeah, it is, actually. It is indeed.
And you've
How you
done
doing,
it.
mate, anyway?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. We did do a Tuesday.
We have done a Tuesday together, I think. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I think that's it.
I think that's it. You've done this
Yes.
with Lee, didn't
Meep.
you? You did it with Lee.
No, Lee. Yeah, with Lee. It was Lee, yes.
Yes, you did it with Lee. Anyway, we're back
Yeah.
at Austria for round 6, as I just said. And obviously, everyone is going to get their setups ready for this sprint qualifying race, of course, on a Wednesday night. A little bit different here. So, yeah, saying SRM. So, your Group C lead team for you, Curly, on your on Sunday night, of course, with the Formula Super League that we've been plugging.
Obviously, yep. And obviously, Austria is in the group stages as well, so this is a bit of a practice for them.
It is a little bit of a practice for them, actually. It is the first week of we've got a quali session, actually. This is a bit different. We've got a quali session tonight. This is strange. I thought we were having the sprint quali race. I don't know what's happened here. So this is a bit of a change, actually, from usual. Sorry, I thought we were all
It's bit bad. Joe's gone a bit confused, guys.
No, it's usually... I'm not a bit confused. It was always a sprint quali race, always before this, and this is the first week we've had short qualifying. I didn't notice in the settings. I'm just going to check. I'm just going to check with the guys what's happened. I wasn't informed of this, so it's all new to me. Anyway, we've got short qualifying tonight. For the first time. Sorry, I'm just putting some of these.
No,
in the
go for it,
Discords.
dude. We need to do what we need to do. But I just want to welcome everyone to whoever's watching my channel. So welcome, guys. But I'm just trying to see who the first one out was. So I want to say Stevie, but Steve, but I don't think it was.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. We've got some comments coming in there on my channel. I'm just gonna.
I'm not Lee.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. That's just something I'm so used to being with Lee.
Yeah,
that
I think
will,
Steve is the first one out, by the way.
See, I'm so not used to this short qualifying on a Wednesday night. I'm so not used to it. When I heard engines revving up, I was like, "What's going on?" But anyway, I suppose it makes a nice change. So we will go through now and have a check on some of these drivers and where they're going to be. I've got Dundrees, I think, who's just about to come across the line. He may be the first man to come across the line, but he's not, Curly, because he's invalidated his lap time out of turn 10. So that's not great for him. It looks like he's going again, though. Not got too much battery to play with, though, Curly. We've still not got any times actually on the board as of yet.
Stevie, I think, is going to be the next one across, and he hasn't invalidated as yet. And I think he's going. No, he hasn't. Stevie is going to be the first one across the line, and he is with a 1:04.4. A quick comment from Meep. He says hello.
Hi, Meep. How you doing, mate? So we're just seeing Steve taking to the grass there. I think he's just getting out of the way of that Williams coming up on him. It wasn't Mikey, it's the other Williams. And of course, we didn't say this before, we've got a full 20 tonight, Curdy, so that's really nice to see. And
Evan Williams is obviously Jack Stegall. I call him Jack Seagal, obviously short, because of Steven Seagal.
Yeah.
But yes. But the thing is, right, obviously Jack, I see him race in another league. He actually came second to I forgot his name now. Rayneck. I think it's Rayneck. Obviously, we know how quick. Not Rayneck. I can't remember his bloody name. Anyway, he came second, and obviously we all know Singh's actually took Jack under his wing.
Yeah, I've heard about this week actually, so that will be interesting to see. Obviously he's on preliminary pole position for the time being, but we've only had 6 drivers setting laps. We've got Markey, who is on a lap at the moment, so it's done purple sector 2 as he comes around turn 9 and into the final corner of turn 10. Doesn't exceed track limits out of the final corner. Where's this going to put him fastest? A 1:03.7, 4/10 faster, Curly, than second place, so a good time there for Markey.
Well, I've only seen this lot drive. I've only seen this lot drive once, but that's definitely a 1:03 is definitely a good time. And obviously, if you're a pro, you can actually do this in under a minute. So if you do this under a minute, then it's something special.
I don't think, no offence to any of the drivers, I don't think we'll be seeing those sort of times tonight. No. But we may get into the mid to low 1:03s potentially. As I've never seen these guys actually in a short qualifying session, so this is all new for me as well. As we're seeing Mikey invalidate again, a lot of people struggling with track limits, Curly.
That's the thing on this track as well. Obviously, track limits, whether it's on regular or strict, excuse my language, but it can actually be a bit of diabolical.
It can be a struggle. I don't usually struggle with strict corner cutting so much, but I know a lot of people do, and this track can be one of the killers. Obviously we had that on Monday night, last night with the LFR with Russia. That's another killer as well for track limits. I always find seeing Michael getting out of the way there of the McLaren coming through on an out lap, unless that was Danny, which it wasn't, and he's just set his lap time of 1:05.138.
Got to perhaps pause and unpause it again. It says Jack was still in pole at the bottom of my screen at the fastest lap.
That's strange. As see the Munchkin Scott on the lap, and I know he's one of the drivers in SRM for the Formula Super League, along with Markey and Stegall and Albert as well. And there's a couple of Michael is another one, and I think there are a couple of others. There's a couple of reserves in their team as well who are not racing tonight. Just seeing Michael on a lap at the minute. Curly Munchkin Scott goes second fastest at 1:04.1. He's only a few thousandths off Stegall in seconds. You can seeing Michael getting a toe off the back of that McLaren and got very close to the back of that McLaren, and it was nicely timed from him there. I thought it could have been a bit of a disaster there, but he was able to keep it from going into the back of that McLaren to get very close to coming through sector 2.
Right now I'm on Albert, who's going to come. He's on the last few quarters, and I actually didn't catch what time he is on, but it looks going to be pretty good. I think it's going to go into pole, but it's up into 6, 1:04.
You've got Michael, who's actually gone up to pole position, and by 1,000th of a second. That's very close.
Let's have a look. I think obviously a race like Austria, obviously because of the track limits, Dundrees has just gone with a 1:03.7
as well.
That is tight.
With Michael with the 7:77 and a 7:89 for Markey in third place. So I said 2 of these drivers. Alex going up into pole position for the moment with a 1:03.5, 2/10 up on the next driver of Dundrees, and now we've had 15.
Between the top 10, it's 8/10 split. It's just fast.
It's pretty close, and I'm sure it'll probably get a little bit closer. We've still got drivers on a lap. We've got Starless on a lap in the McLaren coming through turn 9, as you can see on your screens, into turn 10, and just coming out of that corner now, and to the line, 8th place. 1:04.2, slotting into that 8/10 margin between the top 10 I said it's going to get tighter and tighter. We've still got these 4 drivers at the back, Curly, who have not set times. You've got one invalidated.
Phoenix is invalidated.
And Phoenix is invalidated. And we're going to see if Raphael will get in a decent lap in the Alfa Romeo coming round Sector 2 now, purple Sector 2, but it's saying that a lot for a lot of drivers, so we're not going to go by that as a reference. He's coming down and over the crest into turn 9, and really got to throw the car in. Didn't use the exit very much as well as turn 10, so I'm not seeing this time being right up there in its 10th place. And very close to Albert, but he really could have extracted the track a little bit more. What I saw there through turns 9 and 10. We'll go down the order a little bit more as we've got a Racing Point going into 13th place.
So I'm just looking for my track. Piece of paper with a track on it with the what I need.
So we've just seen Mikey there running wide at turn 3 and invalidating his lap time and going through turn 4. He did that pretty nice, but he said he's invalidating his lap time, so it doesn't really matter. We're on board with Dundrees, who's looking like he's either invalidated his lap time out the final corner or he's set another lap, but I don't think he has done. I think he's still in the same place. Got 4 drivers in the 103, so we got to the mid 103s now. I'm sure we'll get to the low at the end of this session as we've got Markey on a lap. This is one of the drivers that could be up for pole position in this short qualifying session into turn 9. Again, be careful of that exit as well as turn 10. It's even more crucial because that will really ruin your lap. Coming up to the line now, looking faster, 103.591 slots him into second place, second on the grid on that front row, crucially, but he will still be hoping for that pole position with 6.5 minutes to go, Curly. And
Paul's invalidated his lap. Paul's got balls.
So we've got the Munchkin Scott coming around the final corner, see if he improves. He doesn't. Still slow. It went slower than his previous lap, so stays 7th, fastest. Dopey Lemons is on a lap to turn 3, pretty nicely down the second DRS straight. 3 DRS straights here at the Spielberg circuit, and one down towards turn 1, up towards turn 3 through the kink of 2, and then down towards turn 4 as well. So there is an awful lot of overtaking to be done at Austria.
Has gone in. I'd say Markey was on another lap, but I don't think he was going to beat it, so he's just dived back into the pits.
Well, I'm on board with with Dopey Lemons at the moment, who's just coming round the final 2 corners of this lap, round the final now, and hoping not to invalidate, which he doesn't. Out of the final corner, got the and he goes up to 5th place.
So, bit of a quiz for you. Well, I can't even find a piece of paper I want. Alright, 2 names for this track. Alright, Joe. Obviously, you're going to know one of them.
Easy.
Right.
Easy.
Right.
Easy.
Right. What's the other one?
A1 ring.
No, the other one. Oh, the
Red
A1
Bull.
ring was the easy one.
Red Bull ring.
There's another one. There's another one.
Told you the question you gave me was give me 2. I've just given you 2, so
yeah,
I've
no, I
answered
said
the question.
there was 2 before the Red Bull ring. Right, there was 2. Okay, you got the A1 ring, and there's another one.
I don't know.
Between 1969 and 2004, I think it was.
I don't know, to be honest.
I can try and say it. Pronunciation of it is actually unreal. I can't even pronounce it. Right, hang on. There's my little book. Right, I've got my book. Right. Got Gadbury is actually on a lap at the moment as well. Let me find it.
We're on board with Gabri. We'll just go through with him as Curly finds out what the original track name of this circuit was.
I know what it is, but it's the pronunciation of it. It's unbelievable.
As we're saying, Gabri come into the pits. Just gonna check out some of the comments from you guys.
So then, between 1961 and 1995, right, it was called the Osterharing. I think that's how you pronounce it. Then, so obviously 1996 to 2004, it was the A1 ring, and obviously currently it's the Red Bull ring.
I was just seeing Albert cross the line, goes fourth fastest. Talking about the Red Bull ring, it's not the Red Bulls, it's the Mercedes that are in third and fourth at the minute, so they're sharing the second row of the grid, so that's really good for the Mercedes team, something we are quite used to in real life, seeing them up that far. Mikey?
Yep, he's just gone 17th.
So
Mickey, either one.
Got some drivers on out laps with 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go, and just looking at some of these drivers, obviously Albert's now on an in lap, and that'll probably be his final lap. Got Dundrees on a lap in the Mercedes, see if he can improve his time. He's got to find 2/10 to get up to be in with a chance of that pole position. He is down on his time through the first sector as we're coming down the hill towards turn 4. A bit of undulation here down towards turn 4. You have to be a little earlier on the brakes there, because obviously the forces push you further down into the corner, into turn 6 now, and into 7, and this quick chicane of turn 7 and 8. Be careful of track limits at turn 8 as well, not to run over that curb too much, take too much of a straight line. Seeing that car getting out of the way on the right hand side through turn 10. He's got that apex far too much, saw that coming, and he's invalidated his lap time for the final corner, and for good measure invalidated his next lap time. So that will be the end of Dundrees' qualifying session, and he's going to start a maximum of 3rd.
So we're on Claran now. I think that's how you're pronouncing it, is it? Claran at the bottom? My pronunciations are ridiculous. Kieran, that's what I saw, an L there. Thought that I was an L. Sorry, yeah, but he goes up to 16th with a 104.4. But if Joe don't mind, I'm just going to say the length for the track, guys, is a 4.318 kilometres. It's 10 depending on how you feel about the turns. Obviously, because of turn 2, but
I'm going to keep it official. This is what Stegall's going through now is turn 2 now into turn 3. So I'm just going
I got 10.
Yeah, 10. So yeah,
so
turn
10
2.
turns, 7 to the right, 3 to the left. So, but that's what I say. Official turns is 10. Yeah, as Joe was saying, guys, it's 3 DRS zones. Pit loss is about 16 seconds. Pole is on the left-hand side. So, guys, that is your rundown of the track.
And Stegall invalidated his lap time. Just to add to Curly's facts there, best places we're going to see overtakes in the race is probably turn 3 and turn 4. Up the hill here, as we're seeing Alex in a Ferrari. This is probably the most prime overtaking opportunity here into turn 3. Obviously turn 1 as well. There's overtaking places all over this circuit. Even
I was
going to
say turn 1 as well.
Yeah, so I'd personally say watch out mostly for turn 3. You'll see a lot more up the hill into the hairpin of turn 3 and turn 4 as well. You can see a lot of side-by-side racing here, and all the way up towards all the way through sector 2 here into sector 3. Actually, you can be side by side through. It's a really good circuit for wheel-to-wheel racing. Even though it's quite short, it has still got quite a lot of character in the circuit. It's a really enjoyable track, and of course that's why we're going to, as we're seeing Michael well off the road, hit the louder curve of turn 1 and really messed up his lap. And we'll see what Alex can do. Can he put it on pole? He can't. 103.4 does improve just slightly. Got Michael, who isn't on a lap. Got Richard on a lap coming round the final 2 corners, and we're really into the crunch time now of qualifying. Only got a few drivers on their laps still. Crosses the line, doesn't go any faster. 10th fastest. Got Phoenix. Phoenix is the last man on a lap. Saw a big lock up there through turn 4. and he's not finishing his lap. As you can see, he's really off the pace, so backs out of that, and that, I can now safely say, is the end of our qualifying session. He got our 20 for the race, so we're just waiting for Phoenix to either dive into the pit lane, which is looking like he's doing, and he's just gonna retire in the pit lane, or just wait for his car to be pulled into the box. So, how are you feeling about this race, then, Kelly? You've got Markey on pole. As you said, he's one of the FSL drivers on Sunday, so he's got some serious pace for his team.
I was going to say, what's the championship looking like? I don't know what's going on with that, and
I haven't actually looked, if I'm being brutally honest. So
I didn't want to know the race, and I've just looked at Discord, and I know what the weather-wise, and I know it now. Since someone just Discord, it just popped up on Discord while I was sharing my stream. The Discord thing popped out, and Steve wrote what it was.
So yeah, we'll quickly go through the drivers' standings after that. So we've got, before we do that, so in the finishing order of qualifying, we've got Markey on pole position, Michael in second, Alex in third, Dundrees in fourth, Albert in fifth, sixth is Steve Stegall in seventh, the two Scots sixth and seventh, eighth is Dopey Lemons, and ninth is the Alfa Romeo of Rapal, and Richard is in 10th, 11th is Munchin Scott, 12th is Starless, Danu is in 13th, Phoenix is in 14th, Paul is in 15th, Kieran is in 16th, Gabri is in 17th, 18th is Michael, 19th is My Abyss. If I said that wrong, I'm sorry. And Claymore is in last place. So quickly to do the drivers' standings. Markey,
can I just quickly interrupt you there?
Yeah.
I noticed Danu and Phoenix got exactly the same time.
That is interesting. Markey is in first place at the moment.
And look at the weather.
Not too sure what's...
It's a wet race, guys and girls. Wet at Austria. This is going to make it more interesting, to be fair.
Yeah, so just very quickly, we've got a wet race, so that's very exciting. We've got Markey in first place on 37 points, 36 points for Alex. Farth is in third on 26 points, who isn't here tonight, 21 points for Michael. Albert is in fifth on 16, 15 points for Mini Sprite. Mikey is in sixth on 10 points, 10 points also for Steve. Phoenix is in... I haven't got the position on there.
Looks like we're struggling to load in.
In ninth place. Now I just think... Not too sure what's going on here, actually. Ninth place. 10th place is the Munchin Scott. Dundrees is in 11th on 6 points as well. 6 points also for Dopey Lemons. Temp is in 13th place, sorry, with 2 points. 1 point for Richard, Paul, Danu, Kieran, Tomo Tip Top, and Race to the Death have all got no points.
So seem to be having a bit of an issue here.
So we're just seeing what's going on.
That's what I've just done. Robin Mayer crashed.
So this might be a restart, guys.
Everyone press race.
Oh, it looks like we are going to get underway. We've only got Claymore and Gabri. Who needs to...
Although someone stuck... There was a Matt was stuck in spectator mode. Now click on... Yeah, all he's got to do is click on the take control of his car.
So we're just waiting for Claymore to ready up now. So we're just seeing if it'll work. I think Claymore's is just gonna... So we're just getting underway now for the formation. Like I said, we've got a wet race, Curly, so this could make it a little bit more interesting for this 36-lap race.
Any wet race makes a race interesting, to be fair, whether it's Austria or even Belgium. I think that's the most interesting one, Belgium, wet. But yeah, this will be interesting. I'm just letting... I think if... who was it? Clay? That,
Yeah,
if he's left, he shouldn't come back in till after the race has started. Because if he comes back in now, it's going to cause a glitch.
Yeah, Curly, just say in the Discord for him when to join back, actually. That'd probably be the best.
Yeah.
Just when we first start, obviously, because I'll get us underway. As we're just waiting for some of these drivers, all these drivers, to get set on the grid. There's quite a few gaps from other drivers. Marky's left a big gap at
well,
the
don't want to get
front.
kicked off, do you, really? Because it's obviously disqualified from the... formation lap, otherwise you're going to have cold tyres.
Yeah, so we're just waiting for a lot of these guys to get taken over by the game to get them all set up on the grid. It's fortunate for Claymore's in the sense that he's starting from the back, so he's actually not going to lose out anything and should be able to catch up to the back of the pack pretty quickly anyway on the first lap. So we're seeing all these drivers now form up. Marky's been sat there, it looks like, for a little while. Still got drivers coming round the final corner, and we're just about to get underway in this race. Yeah, you let Claymore's know you can join back. Just send in the message as the lights start going.
Glitch if he comes back now, though. That's the
thing.
Yeah,
just do it when the lights start going out. It'll take him a while to get back in. Anyway, we'll get underway in just a second. As we're just about to see these lights. We've got the lights going now. We've got 3 lights, 4 lights and 5 lights. And we're away in SRM Racing for this Austrian Grand Prix. And it looks like Marky has got a good start over the Red Bull and Michael. And they go into turn 1. Some drivers going a little bit wide there through the exit. And it looks like we've got an AlphaTauri off in the back. And a Racing Point who's gone off as well. It looks like we've got a VSC looking like it's going to be deployed, or a safety car potentially. No, it looks like it's staying out all right, and it looks like we haven't had too much carnage on this first lap in this wet Austrian Grand Prix, and Michael is trying to hunt down Marky for the lead. They're all going quite slowly through this first part. I think they're just testing the waters a little bit here. Curly, we got Stalis is fighting hard with Mikey, who's got past him and moved up to 15th place. Kieran going down the round the outside.
Most of these are ghosted.
It does do that at the start of this race in this lobby for some reason for us. Got the Munchin Scott going through on Steve down towards turn 9 and gets it done.
Sorry to interrupt, but you got Phoenix, Rafa, and also Dopey Lemon. You got 3 of them, 3 wide going into the last corner. You got them,
and they're all side by side up towards turn 1, and they're going through turn 1 now. And the Ferrari looks like he's just ahead of some of the drivers. They are seeming to all be ghosting a lot for some reason. I think that might just be our screens, as we're seeing Dopey Lemons with the Red Bull of the Munchin Scott and Steve in the Racing Point. Racing Point seeming to get ahead of the Munchin Scott down towards turn 4. And yellow flag, Kieran looking like to drop, and Paul, who have dropped towards the back of the field. Big struggle of oversteer there, struggling in the conditions. He's got the Munchin Scott on his outside for good measure as Steve round turn 6 we go now. And it looks like he's gone from the outside to the inside, and the Munchin Scott's going to have the inside line for 7 here, Curly, but it doesn't look like he's going to get that move done.
No, because obviously the was it Stevie had the better line there, didn't he? Really, he had the inside line.
We're seeing these 2 Mercedes here, Curly, 4th and 5th. Good for the Mercedes outfit for the moment, but let's hope they can keep it on track, the pair of them, to get themselves some good points. Obviously no DRS. I
just see a blue flag out.
Yeah, I think that's just a little glitch it's been going on all the time. I think we should just ignore that. We're just seeing Albert coming down towards turn 3. We got Starless back
Hang on, I've got
the session.
Richard and Gabri as well. Sorry, Joe, to interrupt you, but Gabri and Joe coming into turn 1. They're going side by side, wheel to wheel. They're still going up the hill now to turn 2. They can't get rid of each other, but you're still going side by side. Gabri is on the inside, Richard on the outside, and Gabri loses traction a little bit. No, Richard loses traction a little bit. Sorry, Gabri does take P11.
Great move for the Alpha Tauri driver. Sorry about the glitchy timing standings. We haven't got any timings come up. I'm sure we will when they cross the start-finish line again. It does usually seem to happen. We've got Alex, who's still quite close behind, just seeing these timings coming back into play now. 6/10 separate to second and third, Curly, but not looking like he's making any sort of decent progress yet on second place.
Inroads, is he?
No, definitely not. There is a big mistake though from the Munchin Scott out of turn 1. Dopey Lemons gets the move done on the exit and makes that move, and Munchin Scott trying to go around the outside, looks to the inside potentially. Nothing doing for the Red Bull driver. Wide on exit is the Haas of Dopey Lemons, and the Munchin Scott now goes through parallel at turn 1 between the 2 drivers, both making mistakes on exit, and the other driver making the move stick. Phoenix, I have to say, Curly, has made quite a few places, I think, at the start of this race. He moved up 4 places, and Gabri has moved up 6 places. Top 5 have not.
Sorry, I was about to say, Gabri, you got a train. Basically, you could start it from Phoenix. You got a train of like 4 to 5. You got Phoenix, Gabri, Richard, Rafa, and down to Mikey. So I think this one could be a one to watch as well.
I definitely think it could be, with Phoenix. As you said, by saying that, I think the Munchin Scots now forming this queue of cars. Obviously not a DRS train with no DRS available, but these drivers all in this mid-pack, with Gabri going defensive into turn 1. Richard round the outside, side by side through turn 1 they go, and he gets the move done on exit. Richard,
Gabri's lost traction because he's slowing down. Sorry,
and it's alright. Gabri has lost traction. Now he's being swarmed by other drivers. The Alfa Romeo of Rappel is gone through. Gabri looking to the inside of the Alfa Romeo, and still looking on the inside of the Alfa Romeo, but isn't able to get traction on exit in these treacherous conditions. Hit the Red Bull ring this evening, and 2/10 separate Dopey Lemons and the Munchin Scott, and Michael is now trying to claw back on Markey Curly, and looking like there's going to be a fight for the lead maybe in the next 1 or 2 laps between these top 3.
Well, there's 5 laps gone out of 36, and those tyres obviously only 4 laps old, obviously. But I think within the next lap or 2, if Michael keeps up the way he's going, and he's just got the fastest lap as well, at 1:14, he could get the next lap or 2. He could get there. He
definitely could. You've got Claymores.
You've got Danu now on the back of this train. Danu is now on the back of this train.
So we've got a train of around 7 cars, I think.
Yep.
In this, it's starting to spread out a little bit. I say that Dopey Lemons maybe looking to the inside of the Munchkin Scott a little far back, wasn't prepared to get a lunge in there into turn 3, struggling on exit though. Dopey Lemons really struggling with these conditions. His teammate needs to start grabbing up these opportunities and starting to move up on his teammate, because his teammate is making quite a few mistakes. 7/10 separate the top 2, and Markey's looking like he's starting to feel the pressure a little bit slightly and starting to lose some ground. I say that, he's just gained a couple of tenths out of turn 8. Obviously it's a good set, no DRS available, so the within second.
Paul's got balls, just picked up a 5-second penalty, speeding in the pit lane.
That's not good for Paul. Michael is still trying to close the gap. We're watching these front 2 drivers for the lead of this race on lap 7 of 36. And we'll have a little cheeky look on the dash of the battery situation, and a lot more for Markey for the moment. And he said this train of cars is hoping to hot up a little bit. Curly, it looks like Phoenix is really the one pulling this train of cars along, as there's a little bit of a gap between him and his teammate.
Oh, how far? No, I'd say the Munchkin Scott is the one pulling it along, to be fair. Well, actually, no, you're right, Phoenix. Actually, yes, I do apologise, because there is a gap between. Yes, I apologise. There is a gap.
It's closing
between,
up, though. To be fair,
it is closing up. But you know, it could be the Munchkin Scott that's going to be pulling it along in the end. But at the moment, you're right. Phoenix is pulling it along right now.
Let's see how the Munchkin Scott can deal with this pressure from behind. As you see from the rear wing of the Munchkin Scott, we've got a big queue of cars behind. You can see them all coming through turn 9 now. But we're just going to try and see if any of these guys can start making some overtakes. So Dopey Lemon struggling on exit, and just to skip a minute, 4/10 separate the top 2. And Michael is having a look to the inside. Kieran has left the session. Is down in 19th place. We haven't lost any drivers yet in this wet race.
I've just got the top 2.
Yeah, I'm with the top 2 as well. There's a bit of a gap to 3rd, and Alex is struggling to keep up that pace. And 6/10 still separate them. So there is this train of cars where Phoenix is now, as you can see on your screen, in 10th place. He's lost a little bit of time to Dopey Lemons again. He was starting to close the gap, and the gap has started to go back up slightly.
I was just having a look to see whether it's starting to dry up or not, but it's actually not. It's still rain, still coming down.
Yeah, it's still coming down pretty hard. Not seeing any overtakes from any of these guys yet. A lot of these guys have got a lot of battery. I think they're just still not too confident with these conditions. I think especially in wet conditions, to get a move done.
Phoenix just had a tank slapper.
And so these two Haas drivers are both really struggling in these conditions, the pair of them. Still keeping an eye on that top 2, don't you worry. It's still closing up, and Dopey Lemons is closing up on the Munchkin Scott, and he's definitely looking for an attack now. With that overtake button was being used, he still needs to really use it, I think, to try and catch up. He's late on the brakes again, and Phoenix is really starting to catch up now, and Dopey Lemons has got a problem on exit, and Phoenix is going to have a go. He's not got enough, but he is going to try and make an attack into turn 4. But these Haas drivers trying to have a look round the outside, going for the switcheroo at turn 4. Phoenix on the exit. Great bit of racecraft there from Phoenix, but wasn't able to get that move done. And Dopey Lemons is flying off the circuit. He's got to be careful now to rejoin. And he's coming on the track. I don't know what happened there. Lost a load of grip, and he lost it in a very strange place there. And Dopey Lemons is now down at the back of this train now in 14th place.
Yeah.
Richard has been overtaken by Rappel. Is that what you were going to say, Curly?
No, before the, if you notice, look, Mark has pulled out nearly a set. It went down to 2-3 tenths. Now look at the time. It's got back up to 9 tenths. So obviously, Marky's obviously got faster, or Michael's struggling somewhere. But now, hang on, you got Richard coming into. Oh, Richard went to have a look into turn 1.
Into the pits on the hard tyres.
Okay, well, how's the look on that one then?
And not very well by the looks of things, because he's struggling out of the pit lane. And if you were going to pick any dry tyre to go on, this is the worst to be going on. So we'll keep an eye on that. It just looked like the rain stopped.
The rain, it has. I just got onto Steve's camera.
And it is drying up. Has Steve maybe made a potentially amazing call here, or has he done this 1 or 2 laps too early? I feel maybe 1 or 2 laps too early.
We'll have to wait and see. We'd have to wait and see on it.
We'll have to wait and see. It's looking far too wet still in these conditions. And Kieran,
yeah, she's going pretty slow round the corners. You have to sort of like guide it, you know what I mean? Just because if he goes fast round those corners, he could end up getting a tank slapper and he's gone.
Albert in the pit onto the medium tyres. They're all going in onto the dry tyres now, Curly. This is getting very interesting.
Yeah, it is indeed.
And from personally though, from this race, it's just not far enough into the race to be doing a double soft stop now. Obviously, we don't have to worry about tyre strategies with different compounds. I would have thought going on the softs in these conditions would be
your opinion. If you were out there, what would you do?
I'd be doing a soft now. I'd be trying to.
Yeah.
Because in these conditions with the mix, the softs are definitely going to be the better tyre. Medium's not so bad. We'll see how Albert does. He is up against the Inter of Danu, and Danu's just flown past him, so it's not dry enough yet. It's still very overcast. It's still very overcast. So I imagine it's
crossover.
It's going to take a while for this track to dry out.
Yep.
Just for the fact that there's no sunlight on the circuit, and it may make a bit of a difference. And Albert is just falling down the field, struggling on those medium tyres. He won't have to pit again if he can just hold on for a few 2 or 3 laps maybe, but it is a short circuit here, and he's being overtaken now by Mayabus.
His tyres are going to be cold, that's the thing though. His tyres, I think it's on the crossover. I think that's where it is. So it's just obviously in between, whether it's on the dry or wet tyre, dry or inters. So it's just round about there. You know, Jeff's in your ear saying it's on the crossover. We're not sure where it is.
Yeah, we have had Mark. You have a 2-second time penalty, yellow flag. Got Albert being overtaken again. He's really regretting this decision. He's just falling down the field. He was in quite a good position. I think a lot of these drivers.
Overtaken by Gabri.
Oh, sorry,
Richard. That's all right. No, sorry. You got Richard going on the inside. These two have slid round the corner. They're still side by side. I picked that up from you.
Still seeing them side by side, Curly. Actually, he's still trying to fight on round the outside. Wasn't able to make the move stick. And Richard is in 9th place now. Yellow flag in sector 1. We got an Alpha Tauri going pretty slowly. I think it's almost time, Curly. I think if these lead runners go into the pits at the end of this lap, potentially on the softs for a double soft strategy, I wonder how many of the drivers are listening. I know Phoenix.
Richard's in.
I know Phoenix says he listens. I'm not sure. It's still, some of the circuit is still quite wet actually into corners. It's maybe another lap. I think maybe lap 15 to come into the pits.
Richard's in.
Yeah, but
Richard's in. Has come out on the mediums.
But personally, well, let's
you said lap 15.
I can say lap 15. I know for 100% Phoenix listens to the streams in his ears. So Phoenix, Lap 15, double soft, mate. Do it for me. Let's see if it works. Let's see if that strategy pays off. Dumfries is in 4th place, 7/10 separate the top two. It's almost time to go on to those soft tyres, or potentially just some dried tyres. It's still pretty wet. It's looking like it's drying up on the straights, but into the corners there's still
pretty
dampness.
wet, yeah. I'm just on board with Danu now. He's just actually got overtaken by Dopey Lemons, and it's rather slippery. Yep, Danu's struggling on the inters, so I reckon you might see him come in round about now. Is he?
Yeah. Got a yellow flag, got Phoenix, oh no! Phoenix is in the wall and he's got to be careful. I forgot there's ghosting on in this league. That was that was very, very close.
See what I mean? Struggling, inters and they're struggling. It's going to be... I think we'll see most of them come in this lap now.
If they're coming in, they need to come in on the soft tyres if they're really struggling, because that's going to pay them the most amount of ground, I think.
You know what Phoenix is saying, don't you? Joe, it's your bloody fault. Should have come on lap 14.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
That's
I think it's time. We'll see what Marky does. He's not coming in yet. We have got some guys said on these tyres. We've got Paul now round. Struggled on those dry tyres.
Thing is, are they going to come in all at the same time? Or if he was one of the top three, Paul's got balls as retired. I don't know where he's gone. He's gone in sector 2. If you're one of the top three, right, would you come in now to try and get the undercut if the other two carry on?
It's very interesting. We are seeing Michael gain some ground on Marky for the lead of this race. And
Steve's getting lapped.
And Dundrees is out of the pits on the medium tyres. I think it's ready. I think it's now the time, and it's definitely time. I think it's definitely the time now, because but I still personally, I would try a double soft here. I know it works. I've seen people do it before. I didn't think it would work, but I say it's time. Dundrees is still struggling. It's right on that crossover point, but no one's gambled on the softs. Michael's made a mistake on the grass. He's lost second place, and he's got has he got a puncture? I think he's got a puncture.
Yeah, he has, back left.
He's got a puncture. They're all struggling.
Back left, yes.
I think Michael needs to come on this. Yeah, he has back left, and I think Michael will. A lot of these drivers are pitting. We got Stigley's catching up to the Red Bull. He's going to get it stopped. He gets it stopped at the line in time.
Alex has gone on mediums.
Alex has gone on mediums. Marky has lost this race. He's out on inters. I think that might have lost him this race. I'm not too sure.
He's obviously made a cock up somewhere.
Potentially, or he's done strategy and he's not confident in the fact it's drying up. But we'll have to wait and see on that one. We're seeing these drivers. No one on the soft tyres. Dopey Lemons is having a look on Michael. To the right, to the left he goes, and he's going to have to go to the outside of turn 3. But I think Michael, it's just got a little bit too much straight line speed for him. Late on the brakes though for Dopey Lemons, and not able to make anything of that late braking manoeuvre. We've got Danu, first man out on the soft tyres. We'll see how the soft tyres run then, Curly.
Yeah, there's I don't know what he's usually like in this league, but young Jack, he surprised me. He's back down in 8th. Is he usually quick in this league, or is that him about average?
I've never seen him race in this league, actually. I think this is the first time.
Oh, right, okay.
Personally, so
he's usually pretty quick. So, you know, he's I'm still trying to think who bloody came second to. Quick driver, young lad, Irish lad. Young Irish kid.
Not too sure. We've got Dopey Lemons, so Curly, on the back of Michael. And they're coming into the pits, the pair of them.
Yep. But I'm still baffled by Marky.
Dopey Lemons, 5 second penalty.
Yep.
That was very strange. So we'll see what some of these drivers now go on to.
And Dopey Lemons! No, it's not. Yeah, Dopey Lemons. No, someone spun. Someone has hit the wall. Who was it? Someone hit the wall.
Nothing came up on my screen, Curly. Might have been a bit of lag. We've got Gabri out of the pits and just behind Michael. We'll see what Marky's doing. He's still on those inters and actually gaining some ground.
6 seconds clear at the moment, obviously because of the pits, but
no, I think that
is this a genius move?
I think I might have underestimated Marky. I think he's made a absolutely brilliant move here going back onto the
inters. As I say, it's just going to be a genius move.
Because he's just gained all this time, but crucially, Alex won't have to pit again.
And he's got the fastest lap.
And he's just got the fastest lap, so he's definitely on the right strategy for now. But of course, if it dries up, he's going to have to pit again. A lot of these drivers, like Alex, are not going to have to pit again.
No. But then again, he could come out on the softs. They're on the medium. He's got fresher tyres.
Michael is now gone on to the soft tyres. We'll see where he comes out. He's going to come out comfortably in 5th place, so this top 5 is quite far away from everyone else.
But yeah, thing is as well.
Oh, sorry, Mikey ran the outside at turn 1, side by side they go with Gabri, and Gabri gives him the big squeeze at turn 1, gets on the curb, and wasn't able to make anything of that move. Dopey Lemons is on the grass as well.
My Umbis had a little half spin coming out the pit lane. He's alright, but he had a little half spin coming out the pit lane.
And Gabri is going on the inside of Michael because he made a big mistake at turn 3. Loads of people making mistakes at turn 3, and Michael is going to fight back again later on the brakes around the outside. He's going to have to do this the hard way, and Gabri giving him plenty of space there, actually, and too much space, letting go through like a breeze there. And the Munchkin Scott trying to catch up. Into the pits comes Marky onto the medium tyres, and Alex is now into the lead. That probably wasn't the best call for Marky to go on to those intermediate tyres again. It's going to be a race out the pits though between the Mercedes and the Renault, but it gets out quite comfortably ahead. Dundree's up to 3rd place. Your man Sturgal is in 2nd now, Curly.
He is indeed. He is indeed. I just want to say good evening to Game Player. Welcome to the chat. But yeah, Jack is up in 2nd, but Richard gets a 3-second penalty. But I think it is rather spreading out now. You've got a little 3-train, a little bit spread out with Mikey, Gabri and the Munchkin Scott. But I'm looking down the field, and there's not much really going on.
Not at the moment. You say that though. Gabri's going to have a look to the inside. Michael really goes to the outside, gives him loads of space. Big lock up for Gabri on the inside front, and is still trying to fight with him. Round turn 6 in turn 5, sorry, into turn 6 they go now. Side by side they go, inside line for Mikey. Hit the left-hander, gets that defensive move done, keeps 7th place. And say that though, he's getting squarely on exit of turn 8 and down towards turn 9. Gabri's got a good run. I'm not sure if we've got DRS enabled actually yet. I haven't seen from race control.
But DRS is up. I think it is, because look on the if you get your
oh, it is enabled, yes. So we have got DRS back in the Munchkin Scott. He's getting in this 3-way battle.
He's looking for scraps.
He's definitely looking for the scraps. Oh, and Michael is round at turn 1. Hit the wall. It's still tricky conditions. Reset the track. And I think they're able to do it in SRM. I'm not
seriously.
I'm not too sure. Anyway, don't worry about that. For now, Marky is spinning and turning around, and has been hit by Michael, or it come together in some way. And Marky was comfortably in the lead of this race. Is really struggling. Munchkin Scott has just got past Gabri as well. Albert down the inside of Dopey Lemons. It's all going on at turn 4 with Danu trying to have a position or two in this scrap as well at the back of this pack. And we'll see if there can be anything done for these drivers. Marky is now down another place. I'm not sure if he got wing damage. He must have done. I think he goes to the softs to the end now. I'm not 100% sure, but I think
16 no 20, yes, it's 15 laps. They could do. I reckon they might. But Richard, who was up the field, is now down to 16th. He was.
We'll just see what he goes on. Medium tyres for Markey.
It's a rather slow stop, even though he's putting on a wing change.
2/10 separate third and fourth Curly, with Michael on those soft tyres. I'm guessing he's going to try and get to the end now, even though he patted a few laps ago. It's going to be a struggle, and it's still a struggle on track. He cut turn 8 and was able to keep it on the straight and narrow, and still very close behind Dundrees.
Markey having a look to... Oh, and Markey and Phoenix have been coming together at turn 1.
Turn 3.
Markey went turn 3, sorry, yes, I'm on, this is the way I am. Markey going round the outside and having a little coming together there. Markey was lucky to keep hold of that one, to be fair.
And we're just having a look at this battle. We got Richard in the Ferrari in last place under blue flags. That's probably given Dundrees DRS, actually. No, it didn't. Just he was just out of luck on that one. We'll see if Michael is going to summit an attack on Dundrees. To the inside, he goes late on the brakes, is the Red Bull driver, and looks like he's got that move done. What a move for the Red Bull driver, and I think that could potentially be move of the day with that seriously late move. Dopey Lemons has been squeezed to the outside by Danu, and
Dopey Lemons had a bit of a tank slapper there. Sorry to interrupt you there, Joe, but Dopey Lemons, don't know if you saw it, but Dopey Lemons did have a bit of a tank slapper at the end.
I did just catch the end of it. We've got some of these drivers on soft tyres, and they're sort of seeming to be really working well. As you say, that Claymore's got fastest lap on the soft tyres. Michael, fastest lap on the soft tyres. So, personally, I think that double soft would have still worked, Curly, in these conditions, because they seem to be running with some serious pace. 10 seconds separate the top two, though, Curly. Alex, who was in third place, he's been gifted this first place now, and he's
gifted, and also, obviously, I know, to be honest, I think the top two have been gifted.
Yeah, they have,
first and second.
And Stegall has moved up a few places. We'll just double check how many. He's moved up 5 places, 10 places for Gabri, Curly. So he could be up for driver of the day, especially if he keeps up.
He's got 3 seconds of penalties.
Alex has
Rafa. He's moved up. Rafa's moved up 4. He's got no seconds. Is it Rafa? Is that how you pronounce his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got no second. He hasn't got any penalties. He's
moved up
Rapal, sorry. In 5th. Yeah, he's moved up 4 places. He hasn't got any penalties as yet.
Sorry, Curly. Into turn 1. Michael goes on Stegall on the inside, gives him a bit of a squeeze. Nice move from the Red Bull driver, but Stegall is going to fight back. He's not going to have that. He's going to want that second place right back, and he's got it back. But of course, Michael now is going to have DRS. He's going to look to the inside on Stegall. Brakes late, brakes too late. Switch back for Stegall, and he wasn't able to get it done. DRS though for Stegall, and he's attacking. He's going to try and fight back, and Michael's going to have to go to the outside. Squeezes are coming together between the two of them. I think Stegall probably turned in slightly early there, but no harm doing between the two drivers, and Michael now moves up into second place. But I feel like this battle is far from over, seeing as the entire life of these two drivers. They're probably going to hang on together for quite a while now, Curly.
And Michael should get another. Anyway, Rauko has actually just not Rauko. That's who.
Danu looking to the inside at turn 4 on Albert, and gets that move done on those soft tyres, and that wasn't a very big surprise, to be honest. And Danu's now got Gabri in his sights as well. Sorry, Kelly.
Right, Richard has just picked up the fastest lap of the day completely with a 1:08.9. I don't think there was a lap that quick in quali, was there at all?
1:08.9.
Well, I can remember. Yeah.
We were in 1:03s, Kelly, in quali.
Well, we were 1:03s. Sorry, I've lost it. I've completely lost it. Shoot me. Anyway, yeah, Raukio. That was the name that Jack lost to. Raukio.
Yeah, I know Raukio. TCF fell. Albert in the pits onto the soft tyres. Doesn't look like he had a front wing change. He's just done that from a strategical point of view. Where's he going to come out? Phoenix is coming down towards turn 1. Just seeing Albert come out the pits now, with Markey close behind Starless. 9 seconds separate the top 2 now. I don't think Michael's going to close up that gap. As I said, Stegauer is still keeping within that range, but another 3-second time penalty for the Williams driver. 6 seconds for 2 and 3. Dundree's with 3 seconds worth of time penalties, and he's sitting within touching distance, Curly, of getting a podium position actually.
Very, but well, Jack's got 6 seconds.
Michael is round in the wall, Curly, at turn 3.
In the wall? He's not on mine.
Mikey.
Oh, Mikey. Sorry, I thought you said Michael. I misheard.
Maybe I said Michael.
I think you did say Michael.
Sorry. Danu is going to have a look, and there's a big defensive move from Gabri, and that was a late move to the outside.
Oh! Starless lost it. Starless has lost it. I think that's an AI though, isn't it? It's an AI. But the it's actually spun. But yeah, it's spun. It's actually quite easy to lose it out. That's turn 2, isn't it, as well?
It is turn 2, yeah.
2, yeah. If you I don't know about you, Joe, but me, if you come around that, put too much gas on, and you can actually lose it quite easy.
You can too. Turn 3, you mean? It was turn 1. He spun out.
Turn 1, but I know it's 1, 2, 1 or 2. You can actually lose it quite easy if you put too much gas down.
You mean what? Technically it's 3, but I know what you mean.
Well, yeah. Damn corners.
Damn corner numbers.
Yeah.
Gabri is very close to Danu. This is our closest battle on track. 7 seconds separate the top 2, but Michael's got that penalty, and Gabri is most certainly trying to fight back for that 7th place. To the inside he goes at the right-hander, and side by side they go. He's not giving up as the McLaren of Danu, and he gets a good exit actually on the Alpha Tauri. They're still side by side down this DRS straight towards turn 4 we go now, and Gabri's got the move done before the braking zone. Big lock up for good measure actually for Gabri, but is still able to get that move done. Yellow flag, sector 3.
Is Mikey going to retire in the pits? I think he just has.
Yeah, Mikey retired in the pits. You've got
Richard.
Oh
no, Richard! Richard spun it!
Who's just sat there and disqualified from the session, which is very odd today.
He didn't move in time. He didn't move in time. He was just sat there. One of his car was just sat there, and obviously you get penalty, you get disqualified, you get time limit, don't you? And obviously he didn't move within that time.
Danu is in the pits. This is for a front wing change. Oh no, what's happened here? There wasn't even anyone ready for him.
He's gone on the soft, so.
That was very strange decision from him. Dundree's has now got he still had a 3-second time penalty. Rapao has not got any penalties. He's got his lapped Alfa Romeo teammate just behind him. And it's all started to quieten down now. Is when we cross the line. We're going to have about 7 laps to go, with Alex just coming up to turn 3 now. Is he still comfortably in the lead? And just see Michael go through turn 3 now, so there is still a bit of a gap.
So it's not been a... Oh, hang on.
You see what Starless can do here against Steve into turn 3.
So, message from Cons that says, let King know his stream name says Canadian GP.
It says what?
Canadian.
Oh, does it?
Yes.
Oh. How did I do that? Why did I do that? Thanks, Cons. Sorry, guys. It's the Austrian Grand Prix, not the Canadian Grand Prix. I'll change that at the end. It's the first time I've ever done that. I don't think I've ever even got around.
Cons anyway.
Hi, mate. Thanks for telling me that.
Yes.
It's been a long day. I was in a mad rush at the end. I only had like 2 minutes to get ready.
You managed to get here in time.
And decided to... I wanted it to be Canada, what can I say? You know, we had it a few weeks ago, but I want it back.
Is that going to be on the new game? I know it's not on the calendar this year.
It is on the new game,
Turkey.
yes.
It is going to be.
No turkey, though, on the game.
So even though they've swapped it around, they're not putting turkey on the game?
Too late. Game's like already almost made, Curly.
Oh, yeah.
Can't go making a track now.
Well, yeah, true.
It takes like, I don't know how many months, almost a year probably, to make a track. That's why the... you see Marky now moving up to 9th place. He has got 6 seconds worth of time penalties.
So, Cons, thank you
and
very
the
much
Racing
for
Point
the sub.
is fighting back. Gone. Thank Cons.
Yep, Cons, thank you very much for the sub, dude. That is very, very... Thank you very much, buddy. Sorry, I got the wife flashing a new top in front of me, seeing how she looks, and I'm trying to say thank you to Cons. It's like, ah!
That's alright. Got Starless just coming towards the back of Steve. Still with a little bit of time. We're on lap 31 now of 36 in this Austrian Grand Prix, not Canadian Grand Prix. Do apologise for that.
No, not Canadian.
And I said I will change that at the end of the race.
And good evening, brother, as well. But for me, mate, obviously we're getting to that time for obviously driver of the day, and at the moment it's going to be the guy in 5th because he's the only one that hasn't got penalties, and he's
Alex
moved up 4 places. Like, yeah, but Alex has only moved up 2 places.
As we're seeing Albert,
it's
alright. We're seeing Albert down the inside on the racing point of I can't say that name.
Just call it my umbus.
Yeah, it's just one of those. It's just one of those that can't roll off the tongue very well.
Yeah.
And Dopey Lemons is 8/10 behind Gabri, who has moved up quite a few places. He's only got a 3-second time penalty. I think. Okay. All right. Let's. Which one did you think?
The guy in 5th.
So everyone, the Alfa Romeo of Rapal in 5th that we're on now, or Gabri in 7th. Comment in both streams who's your driver of the day, if anyone's watching and has been watching Gabri, for most of the race.
Gabri has 3 seconds.
He's made up a huge amount of places, though.
Yeah, he has. He's moved up 10 places.
So we'll just wait and see if anyone does any comments. I know there's not too many people watching my stream too much, but yeah, if you can put a comment in the comment section below for both me and Curly, my YouTube stream and Curly's Twitch stream.
Twitch, yep.
That would be greatly appreciated. I'm sure we'll find out in a few minutes time. Otherwise, me and Curly will have to settle it. Starless is up on Steve in 15th place, not somewhere Steve is really used to being, as we're going to see him fight back potentially at turn 3. Later on the brakes, a bit of a squeeze. He's going to try the switcheroo and almost gets it done. He's going to have DRS again, and this is where he's going to make his attack with that slipstream in good effect, not using DRS, and he's going to have to go to the outside. The McLaren gives him no other choice, and switcheroo again at turn 4. Great wheel to wheel racing between these two for 14th place, and Starless is still holding on to that 14th place. 1 second, just over a second separate 3rd and 4th with Stegall and Dundrees, and we'll see if these two could have any sort of fight in the last 3 laps of this Austrian Grand Prix. 2/10 between Dopey Lemons and Gabri now. Let's see if Gabri can hold on to his 10 places up on his original place of 17th, sorry. but he's going to have to hold off a bit of a fight. He's just got another penalty actually. So that may settle our driver of the day, Curly, potentially. And Dopey Lemons is going past now with Gabri getting a really shoddy exit on the exit of turn 10. 9/10 now separate Dundrees and Stegau. We might have a couple of wheel-to-wheel battles for the last lap.
So it's not, I'll tell you what, right, it's not been a boring race, it's been a balanced race, I suppose you could call it. Yeah,
it's been pretty balanced. You had the nice change in weather conditions. It's been a pretty good one.
Nice clean one as well. No safety car either. So yeah, it's been a balanced race. And obviously, guys, don't forget. I'll give this one on Sunday. We have organised, obviously, by Joe here, the Formula Super League, which is to be honest, Joe, you've got to admit it's got bigger than you expected, surely.
Yeah, I have to admit. I was thinking I was going to be doing something with like 8 teams, didn't really know the format, worked out a format, got 12 teams in. Yeah, if anyone's watching or watches this later, thank you everyone for joining FSL. So I've had literally, it's been a week today, and we've got about 125 members who are going to be racing or thereabouts. Obviously we've got some guys who are not racing. But most of them...
How many's in the Discord?
About 125.
There is 125 in Discord.
Something like that figure, between 120 and 130. But anyway, yeah, thank you very much, guys, for joining. Hopefully we'll have some good racing for you every Sunday for the next 7 weeks from this Sunday. So 4 weeks of groups starting here at Austria and working our way through some tracks all the way to the quarters and semis of 2 legs. 2 tracks per night, and on to Singapore for the finale on week 7 for a 3rd place final, and then the winners final for the final race of the Super League. We'll hope to get it back again for F1 21 just after that, but we're really looking forward to it. But just back for this final lap, and Alex is going to come around the final few corners in a second. There are some battles out on track, but we'll go to Alex, the Ferrari man, and was in 3rd place for a lot of this race at the start.
Yep.
And is now through to win the Austrian Grand Prix, SRM Racing. What a win for the man, comfortably out in 1st place.
Danu's come in the pits right at the last second.
A very strange decision for Danu. I think he was lapped though, so it doesn't... really matter. We'll just see who comes out. Dundrees comes in 3rd place. Stegau goes down to 4th, and Rapal is now going to be the next man. We've got a few seconds to wait for him.
But yeah, quickly going back to the Formula Super League, you did actually mention to me about doing it a few weeks as well, about a month or so ago, didn't you, as a league?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, we'll do some plugging about it in a minute, shall we? We'll do a proper talk about it in a second. We're just seeing Marky now around the final corner, trying to have a go at Gabri. Gabri goes up to 7th. He does go 7th in the end. He did get his 10 places.
Yeah, Dapey Lemons just picked up a 5-second penalty for unserved penalties.
So, and Gabri's, to be fair, was only 1/10 off the next man as well.
Well, I'll let you decide driver of the day.
No, we'll go with Rapal. We'll go with Rapal. It does say Rapal. Right. It does go Gabri, but we'll go Rapal. We'll go a little bit different. So yeah, Rapal is our...
That is. Yep. Right. Okay. Rapal it is then, guys. That's Nate is the only one, well, apart from Alex, they one of two not to get any penalties, which is actually some going. Not to get any penalties around Austria. To keep it clean.
It is definitely some going. So yeah, quickly, we'll just we'll go through the drivers' finishing order. So Alex is our winner today, and does it look like he got a penalty in the end?
I don't know.
He did. He got a second time penalty.
Oh, it did.
At
So
the end,
Rappel's
so-
the only one that didn't get a penalty in the end.
Yeah, so we have Alex as our winner, second was Michael, third was Dundrees, fourth was Stegall, fifth was Rappel, sixth was Munchin Scott, Gabri was seventh, eighth was Markey, ninth was Albert, 10th was Dopey Lemond, 11th was Phoenix, 12th was Mayumbis, Mayumbis, and Danny was in 13th, 14th was Starless, 15th was Steve, 16th was Claymore, 17th, 18th, 17th, 18th, 19th, and 20th, which is Michael to Richard, were all DNF'd. So as we've ended that, Curly, probably won't do an interview tonight, so we'll just do a quick bit of plugging on that, shall we? So yeah, as I said, Super League will start at 7 on Sunday nights and we'll run through till 9 o'clock. There are 12 races a night. Yeah, that's right, there's 12 races a night with 4 different commentators over 3 commentaries each. So, for example, Curly has got all of Group C with SRM and 2 other teams. Me and Lee, you know, our usual Wednesday and Tuesday night here for Limitless, are sharing the roles, 1 race each, and we'll do the third race together. We got Gaz, who used to be our Monday night commentator, coming back to do this, and he's taking Group B, and Group D has been taken by Rainer, who's also got Rainer's Racing League in there as well, and his stuff will be on Facebook. I'll put every link in the description of the Super League in the videos from Sunday, so you can check out everyone's channels on YouTube, Facebook and Twitch.
Sorry, also, obviously, if he doesn't race, I may have Meep Show with me as a co as well, if he doesn't race on a Sunday night. Yeah,
well, we may have some commentators, co-commentators to join us as well. We've got our mains, 25% races with a 1-shot qualifying. They should last between 20 to 30 minutes, give or take. 40-minute intervals for every race. We'll have about a 10-minute break between the races. So it's I said this yesterday, it's a football-style kind of competition. It's like a 7-a-side football-style competition where you have 7 drivers from each team. You can race each other if you like, but in this sort of format, it's probably best not really to be racing your teammate too much, and not much else. The final will be a 50% race, just the final. A third place, that will also be a 25. We'll go through, actually. Should we just quickly go through, Curly, the tracks, actually, for
go for it, mate.
For the event? Just give me 2 seconds. So yeah, week 1 we're here at Austria. Next week we'll be at Monza for the Temple of Speed, and then we're going to Canada for the week after that. The week after that we've got Bahrain for the final week of the group, for the group stages, sorry, and then we've got our two knockout quarter and semi-final weeks of 2 different legs. So,
hello, he's gone. He's gone. His battery's died.
Well,
and there you are.
Yeah, so 2 different. Yeah, sorry, let's just go back. So there'll be 2 different legs in the semis, the quarters and the semis. So that will be Silverstone first, then we're going to COTA, Circuit of the Americas, in USA for the second quarterfinal race. Then on to we're sort of getting progressively harder now through the knockouts. Then we go to Baku for the semi-final first leg, Japan for the second, and then Singapore to round off. And I would say probably the hardest track compared to Monaco, but you can do a bit of racing around Singapore, so that's why we picked that one.
It's going to be a very interesting competition, that's all I've got to say.
It will be. It will be
something different.
Something different. We hope it works. We hope it works. It's just supposed to be fun. Obviously, it's going to be competitive. We want it to be competitive. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I have to admit, if I'm going to be honest, this isn't a complete original idea. I've done things on these games with like a football style thing But before, the thing that makes this more original is I've always done it in a league with just their league's drivers, where we've done like maybe a World Cup style with like we changed our multiplayer liveries to be like countries, so we had like England and all those sorts of things, and we did it like that. But we've never done it leagues versus leagues, which I think is the best way to do this.
You're doing it again next season, but obviously you're going to do it a different way, because obviously if other leagues like to join. Yeah,
so if anyone is watching from another league and they think, I would have actually liked to have got involved in that, well, you can. So hopefully next season we'll have 4 teams that get confirmed into the next season, i.e. we're going to do first, second and third places will get in. And to be honest, my league as well, just because I'm the one that set us up, so it would just seem weird if my league wasn't in it, just for that fact. So I don't know what we'll do if LFR are in that top 3. We'll have to work something out for a 4th, but there will be 4 teams qualifying. There'll be 3 spots up for grabs, basically, to start the next season. And then we're thinking of doing a pre-qualifying sort of Premier League style, almost just like a normal league, but your team is just a team, like it's like a constructors, just team standings. You play each other, let's say twice over however many weeks. Let's say there's 10 in the league, and then we'll say there's 8 spots, so the top 8 will get to go in, and the 2 teams won't make it through the pre-qualifiers, and that's how we may potentially do it, but we don't know yet. This is all just a pipe dream at the moment. We'll have to see how it goes for the first season. But yeah, thanks very much, guys. Thanks for listening to us at the end about what went on, what's going to go on from Sunday onwards. Anything you want to add?
No, just quickly, I'll just put repel is not actually repel. We've been put.
What is it? Sorry, Kelly, you cut out there.
Sorry, repel is not repel. It's actually Raphael.
Oh, it's Raphael. Okay.
Yes.
I wasn't too sure if it was or not. So anyway, sorry about that, Raphael. We'll make sure to. I do usually put a disclaimer when I ever join a new league to say if I've done it wrong, just let me know.
Yeah,
thanks for letting me know.
My pronunciations in other leagues are absolutely ridiculous. But guys, if Joe don't mind, I am actually going to plug some bits of my own.
Yeah, sure.
If it's okay with him, guys, you could catch me tomorrow night at 7 p.m. I won't pronounce the league. I won't say the league because I know Joe don't like the people in the league. But at 7 p.m. guys, I am live on Twitch. Again, on Friday, guys, you can catch me at 5 and 9 p.m. as well, guys. I won't go through the whole weekend because it's just going to be mad. Meeps just correct me. Is that tomorrow, Meep? 7:15. Apparently it's 7:15 tomorrow night. Not 7 now, it's been put forward. So, yeah, 7:15 tomorrow night, guys.
Brilliant. Well, just the last thing from me then, Curly. So, next week we are at Singapore for LFR on Monday nights. And then on Tuesday, we're back again from last week. We're back at Texas again. Let's see how that one goes, Curly, for me on Tuesday. And as I said, Austria on Sunday. Next week, I should have asked. I don't know what SRM is next week, so it's a surprise. You'll find out on Sunday with me anyway for the Super League. I'll let you know from then. Anyway. Thank you very much for tuning in. Once again, thank you for the 100 plus subscribers on Limitless DxT. It's very much appreciated from me and Lee as well. So thank you very much for that. I don't think I have anything else to add, Curly.
Do you want me to do the outro?
You can more than welcome to do the outro.
Guys, as Joe said, he's got his stuff. So, guys, that is going to be from us. It's been a very interesting race tonight. Good win from Alex. So, guys, you know the story. Till next time, he.